everybody. Today we're reacting to Volcano. I finally found it. And to the person, no, the CGI episode wasn't called Volcano. It was, I can't remember the name of title of it, but it involved Millie, Glenn, Steven, Samson, all those characters. So this version I haven't seen before, so I'm excited to react to it. Without further ado, let's get started.
Duke wasn't getting any younger, and neither were his crew. They had worked together for many years. But one day, they told him they would both be retiring, and it would be their last day on the job. Duke was upset for the rest of the day. "Cheer up, Grandpa," said Sir Handel. "You'll always have Peter, Sam, and I." This made Duke feel somewhat better. "Indeed," said Peter Sam positively. "Who knows? Maybe your new crew won't be so different." Duke wasn't so sure. I'm sorry to say that he was right to be doubtful. The new driver and fireman were young and inexperienced with steam engines.
Oh no!
On top of that, they were rude, impatient, and careless.
Oh no!
They'd often over on a platform.
Why do you still have them on the job?
Forget to couple a train. Or ignore their engine altogether. "Those deceitful ruffians don't know a safety valve from a piston rod," Duke complained. The other engines felt sorry for him, but they were getting rather annoyed with his constant grumbling. "If he's so bothered by his crew, well, doesn't he speak as a fat controller?" grumbled Duncan. "Grandpa always liked to handle his own problems. Sometimes to a fault," said Sir Handel. "Maybe one of us should say something for him," suggested Peter Sam. "Just don't let him know," whispered Sir Handel. "He'd never let us hear the end of it." One day, Duke was taking a tourist train to Lakeside. He was worn out and wheezing dreadfully by the time they reached Glennock. "I need a drink," he wheezed. "No time," scowled the fireman. "If we stop now, the passengers will miss their connection." "They'll miss it regardless if I run out of steam," snorted Duke, "and that wouldn't suit his grace." "You and your grace should find a museum," muttered the driver under his breath. Duke lost any patience he had left. "You two aren't worth the soot that clings in my unkempt pipes," he
tell me you're not gonna
scowled. "If you're
abandon
not
him.
going to respect your elders, you're more than welcome to leave this railway." "Stuff it, you old relic. Get moving." And the driver aggressively opened the regulator. Ouch! Duke winced in pain, unable to move. The strong force had caused the regulator to snap in two, and steam trickled everywhere. Duke was stranded. Peter Sam arrived and helped him to the top station.
Tell me they're gonna get rid of these guys!
Then shunted him to the works.
Tell me they told someone about what they're going through!
He soon retired to his shed and saw the fat controller talking to Scarloey and Rheneas. "What's the matter, Peter Sam?" asked the fat controller. "You look down." "Oh, I am, sir," he sighed. "I'm worried about Duke. Ever since that new crew arrived, he's been miserable. I don't think they understand engines at all." "I see," pondered the fat controller. "Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Peter Sam. I shall talk to his crew as soon as I can."
That's probably...
Peter Sam fell happily asleep, feeling
worse.
much better.
He's probably
Soon
gonna make it
Duke was
worse!
mended and went back to work. However, his driver and fireman had not learned sense as he had hoped.
Oh no!
One morning, he woke up feeling ill again. "I feel all clogged up," he complained. "I need my pipes cleaned before our next trip." But his crew simply retorted they didn't have the time. Duke reluctantly collected his coaches and huffed his way to the platform.
They're not taking care of their engine!
Listen to True Crime Podcast.
They started their journey well, but that soon changed when they approached the hill. Duke found himself going slower and slower. "What are you playing at?" snapped the driver. "Stop mucking around and get a move on." But Duke hadn't the energy to reply. He had begun coughing and wheezing again. "I said, get a move on," shouted the driver, and jerked his regulator open. Then it happened. Sparks erupted out of Duke's funnel, setting dry grass beside the line ablaze. The fire crept alongside the train. The passengers were frantic. Duke crawled up the incline, digging his wheels into the rails as he fought to get a grip. "What do we do now?" wailed the fireman. "You've done enough," strained Duke. The passengers all had their heads out of the window, coughing and trying to breathe, while Duke charged forward with every ounce of steam he had. The flames grew larger and threatened to swallow his train whole. But Duke wasn't going to let that happen. Finally, with one last strain, Duke crested the hill and escaped the fire. Harold, who was on patrol, saw what happened and quickly went to fetch pails of water to extinguish the fire before it spread.
Are you kidding me?
The passengers rallied.
Not only did they damage Luke, but they almost endangered their passengers. How are these guys not fired yet?
And cheered for Duke all the way back to the top station. "Your Duke is a hero," they shouted. "I saw the whole thing," said a man. "Spark shot out of his funnel like a volcano. But your old Duke didn't give up and outran certain disaster." The Fat Controller was alarmed, but proud. "Well done, Duke, my dear engine," he beamed. "But how did this happen?" Duke shot a glare at where his crew should be, but they tried to sneak off while no one was looking. "Stop right there," boomed the Fat Controller, and he strolled angrily towards them.
Uh-oh.
"Our Duke is wise and experienced, and knows when his maintenance is past due. And from what I've heard, you two clearly don't. Your carelessness put our passengers in real danger.
Thank you.
It's apparent that I was wrong to put one of my engines in your hands. I shall see to it that you never work on a railway again." And he did, too. Duke was sent back to the works for a complete overhaul. And I'm happy to say that when he returned, all the engines whistled and cheered. They couldn't be more proud of their old bulldog, Duke.
That was awesome. Oh, shoot. That was never my intention. Anyways, guys, that was an awesome video. I like that. Oh, my goodness. I just hope Duke got a better firemen and drivers. So, anyways, guys, that's all for today's video. This is KB101 signing out. Adios, everybody.